Hello everyone, and welcome back to another emergency crumb. You don't hear from us for months, and then
Here we are
in your ears twice in a week.
Yeah.
That is the life of a crumbs reporter, live on the ground. I'm literally sitting on the floor as we speak.
Life of a crumbs reporter.
We are sadly sans Beans list because she's not well, is she?
She's not well.
She's been struck by mysterious illness. Once again, the most unhealthy podcast going.
Yeah, as is tradition for us.
Yeah.
It's tradition. Someone has to be on the verge of death. Although I think she has chipped in a comment. Her official statement will be released within this episode.
Stay tuned.
But we are on the microphone. We are on the airwaves for a particular reason. Is it our 306 rewatch? No.
It's coming. I promise.
Lecky will be particularly distraught at this news. She was like this close to getting it finished.
It's all right.
We've been plagued by this episode for literal months.
Yeah, it's been a tough edit.
And like yesterday, she messaged me and was saying, I just have a couple more inserts to do and then it'll be ready.
So you're playing yourself, Leck.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I wore my Lady Whistledown pajama top last night, and I was like, I brought this on myself.
Yeah, you did. You summoned the crumbs. So here we are again. But we have a veg, we have a lek. Veg, I don't think they've heard your dulcet tones in a while. How is a veg?
Oh, just grand, thank you. I'm about to go on my own European adventure soon.
Where are you going?
Spain.
España.
Nowhere crazy.
Well, that's exciting.
Oh my gosh.
It's also Punks and Palms adoptiversary today.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So yes, it's been 1 year since I brought home my beautiful, beautiful babies.
Aww.
Dr. Jim Pomater and Punxsutawney Philippa.
Aw.
The little cat with the heart as big as any cat.
Much, much loved members of the pod. Happy gotcha day.
Cute.
Thank you.
Lecky, I assume you're the same as you were a few days ago. I think you've hurt your foot once again, falling apart.
I sprained my ankle, yeah.
Oh no.
But her editing hands are still working.
I took 2 days off last week, and I sprained my ankle the night before my days off, so I couldn't really do anything.
She had so many plans.
It is what it is.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Well, we brought here on this hallowed day for some crumbs, aren't we?
Yes.
Who wants to explain what the crumbs are?
Well, we have, as we've already discussed, the leaked release dates, but they've been officially confirmed.
It's kind of like the leak has been made official.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, as is tradition.
In breaking news, the news that we already knew has been revealed as news.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
part 1 is officially coming out on January the 29th, which for a 2026 release, like, we could only dream of that early in the year. Like, that was what we were hoping for, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then part 2, we're doing the split season again.
Of course.
Part 2 is around a month later on the 26th. I think the exact amount of time is it just 4 weeks later,
Yeah.
which is exactly what season 3 was.
It is indeed. So get your annual leave in now, guys.
So right on time for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day in the midst of it. The book release is coming out January, I think. So a busy old time.
Lovely.
But obviously, because the release date had been leaked already, that would not be crumbs worthy. We would not be sat here. I would not be here at 2:00 on the floor reporting to you live if it was just a release date that we already knew.
2:00 in the morning, mind you, listeners.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
That is after midnight. Here I am. There was a little clip.
Teaser.
If you will.
A clip, is it? Or is it a teaser?
A teaser. Veg originally said it's a trailer, and I thought I can't mentally process a trailer. Once again, I was getting on a boat. Why does this always happen? I'm always getting on a bloody boat when something happens, and I have like no connection to post anything.
So Lek and Obs know this well, and they're long suffering, because whenever something happens, I immediately go and post without doing any kind of fact checking, any kind of research. I'm just in with whatever the first thing I've discovered is. So I was there like, it's a trailer, guys. And then I checked Instagram, and obviously they'd already done a lovely post, and they'd already, even though it'd only been 15 minutes, you guys were already experts. And I was like, okay, sorry, guys.
We were like war room. Me and Lecky go into like such like a war room mentality when this happens. And we were there like dissecting, like, Lecky, it was like, God knows what time of day it was for you. It's like 5 a.m. or something.
4 a.m. or something. Yeah. It's always 4 a.m. The last leak was 4 a.m. too. The poster. So
What happened to everything being on LA time, guys?
I don't know.
Please.
That's what I was going to say.
So we got a little clip, a little teaser.
Yeah, a little clippy trailery thing.
Lecky, why don't you describe the whole shenanigan?
Okay, basically, Bridgerton released a teaser of Benophie on some stairs
Benophie.
in the Featherington House for reasons I guess thematic reasons.
We'll get to Featherington House in a minute.
Yeah, all right.
And so who was going up, who was going down, babe?
Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting. So Benedict was going down the stairs and Sophie was moving upward, and their paths crossed, and we get some like little hand touching, grazing action.
Oh, a bit of hand brushing.
Love it.
Gotta love it.
No, I don't. There's way too early. Absolute scandal.
Way too early for the hand brushing.
Well, costume aficionado, what were they wearing?
Yes. Well, we got like a much more intricate look at their lovely masquerade ball outfits.
We have seen the masquerade outfit. That can be ticked off the list at this point.
Yeah.
It's one thing we've seen.
As excited as ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nice to see them again in the masquerade outfit, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we get a closer look at the glove.
Do get a closer look at the glove.
There was a glove on Featherington floor.
Yes, there was a close-up of the glove.
Yeah.
Thrown onto the floor.
A lovely lady in silver. A masked Ben.
Yeah, so we do get to glimpse a couple of extra little bits of detail of this lovely look, which we know full well. Is this whole season going to be a bottle episode at the masquerade ball? Could be at this point for all we know.
It's starting to feel that way.
I mean, that's where they touch hands, and I was shocked and scandalised at the touching hands because that's like an episode 6 jobby, you know? And suddenly, first meeting, they're fingering each other.
But is it real? We will get into this, but is it even real? do 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 do
Drama.
do do do.
Well, in the leaks, he removes her glove.
Oh.
And they dance with each other.
Oh, gosh.
The glove is off. That's a naked Sophie Beck wrist.
Right.
Gosh. Anyway, speaking of the glove and the rest of the outfit, so we do see a close-up of the glove, ladies first.
As Colin would agree.
We've obviously got the lovely masquerade, sparkly outfit, loving the mask, loving like the kind of silver meets lace almost look of it.
I'm a big fan of the Sophie Lady in Silver ensemble at this point.
Yeah.
And Veg, did we see an ankle, perhaps?
We did indeed. While we're on the topic of scandal, we saw a lovely ankle. We saw the bottom of the dress, which is super lovely and intricate, lovely detailing. And yes, we saw some jewelled shoes, which are not unlike the carriage shoes.
Very sparkly.
Yep.
Yeah, very sparkly.
It is a Cinderella story, but she loses a glove, not a shoe.
Right.
Yes, she does. And we see the glove strewn on the floor.
Featherington tiles.
Yeah, which we will get to.
We will come back to that for sure.
Yeah. And not much more to say. It's like a silk glove, but it does have little clasps to kind of tighten it.
It's a glove. It's made of fabric. It's hand-shaped. It's like,
Yeah.
at this point, with the masquerade outfits, seen them with our eyes.
To be fair, no, she's right.
It has got little buttons.
Yeah, she has cute little buttons, so we're going to see Benedict unbutton that to remove her glove at some point.
Oh.
Scandal. Using his fine motor skills.
And then moving on to Benny Baby, we see a little more again of his look. Again, more of the same, like he's all in black, just as she's all in silver. But we get to see that his sleeves have like little kind of tassel-y ties.
Cinching.
Yeah, it's almost like a kind of corset, like
A wrist corset.
ribbon.
Yeah, I actually really like that detail. I like how when he's moving down the stairs, how they dangle.
I mean, it's a lovely little detail. It makes it even more kind of Zorro.
And Veg, there's no campaigning needing.
No.
His neck and chest, completely free.
Yeah. Yeah, and it suits his character.
How do you feel about his mask, babe? Because I think me and Lecky were talking the other day, and we're still a bit on the fence about the mask.
It's the Incredibles 3, isn't it? It just looks like the little masks they wear in the Incredibles.
It does.
And, I mean, you can see the little ties as well on this clip. You can kind of see where it ties at the back of his head.
Behind his head, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, makes sense. But up until now, if you challenged me on it, I would have said it was just one of those stick-on ones.
Glued to his face.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't do the best for his eyes.
Yeah, that's it. I wish that the eye cutouts were bigger so you could see more of his soulful eyes.
More of his expressions. It's love at first sight. You need his expressions.
Yeah.
So the outfits are all very well and good, but the real star of the show, the unexpected hero of the hour.
Yes.
We've got a staircase.
Yes.
We've got a staircase. Now, I will tell you, when this clip first came out, the first half an hour, Lecky and I were locked in like utter confusion. We were like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
We were like, why the hell are they in their masquerade outfits coming down the Featherington staircase?
Right.
Lecky, it's a Featherington staircase, but maybe in another life. How is she looking?
Okay, so we haven't covered this yet because we just did it in crumbs for our 306 episode.
For God's sake. But we like inserted this into the crumbs we haven't released. It's so annoying.
It's worth the wait, guys.
But to sum up, in season 4, the Featherington House foyer has been redecorated. There's been a splash of blue that's been put on the walls, which you can see here in the very bright blue paneling, very Colin baby blue Bridgerton paneling. However, the walls here should be yellow from what we've seen of the season 4 design. However, here they're blue.
The season 4 leaks, they were going for very much a merged household of
Yes.
bright yellow, bright blue, pen screaming in a corner probably.
Yes, that one interview that Nicola said that their home would look terrible if like they meshed their color palette. That's what it kind of looks like, but in a cute way. But here, there's like baby blue on the walls.
Yes.
Like a tamer, more muted eggshell blue. Is that how you would describe it?
Yeah, but it is 100% the Featherington House set.
Right.
The word set is probably the key word there.
Right. So they've either redressed it or I think they maybe just altered the color in post to make it appear more Bridgerton-y.
A bit more like nondescript, yeah. Well, that's one of the theories.
Right.
That is theory number 3.
Okay.
So we'll come on to theory number 3. But we are in the Featherington House, right?
Yes, we are. 100%.
100%. So the initial theory, the initial confusion that we were all trapped in was, why the hell would they be at Featherington House? If this is Featherington House in the show, for a start, why is Colin painted even more blue in Featherington House? But why would they be there? Because everything from the leaks, from the official promo, from the clips we've seen, shows that the masquerade ball is definitely going to take place. It's going to be hosted by Violet, but it's definitely going to take place at Bridgerton House. That's been confirmed.
Right.
So it made no sense that this clip would have the two of them passing each other over the Featheringtons.
So I think it's on a staircase because thematically that ties into their story.
Yes.
I think it's on this staircase because it's accessible and they have this set ready, whereas the stairway in the Bridgerton house is actually filmed on location.
Yes.
So this is something they could have gone out and shot very quickly for promo.
Although your initial theory was that Portia was hosting the masquerade after party.
That was mostly a joke. But yes.
I don't know. We were very confused, babe. We were like, what the hell is happening?
My initial theory, if you will.
Well, is it Portia hosting or is it Colin hosting?
Well, this is the thing. Had we not heard and seen so strongly that the masquerade was taking place at Bridgerton House, maybe we'd be like, maybe this is a real clip and maybe it is taking place at the Featheringtons.
Right.
Because the ballroom that the masquerade takes place in is like a new location, right? They're just saying it's an extension of the house. However, we've seen that leak of Benedict, sorry, spoiler alert, Benedict jumping off his horse, running into the masquerade ball outside Bridgerton House. We've seen all the clips, but then all the promo also confirms it's Violet's. Yeah, and Eloise and Ben said as well that it was Violet's masquerade.
Right.
Okay, so this leads us to our other theories. The first other theory, so you could call this the second.
We've got a lot of theories. Buckle in.
Look, it's 2:15 in the morning. I was in bed. The second theory that we sort of processed, could this be a dream sequence or like a hallucination? So if the clip that we've got is an actual clip from the show, so we're actually going to see it in season 4, but instead of it being a real event taking place at the masquerade, this is more of, you know, they have a traditional dream sequence every season. We've seen it from season 1. Obviously season 3, the dream sequence was a whole thing. So could this be Benedict's dream perspective where he's just so consumed by the thought of his lady in silver that he's dreaming of her? Or I like the idea that he is so consumed with his search for her that he just starts to sort of see her everywhere. So he's in Featherington House and he sort of sees her, or he's been to Featherington House, goes home, falls into a dreamlike state, and then relives that but sees her again, and she's like infiltrating his every thought. I think that's very cute.
I love this idea. I don't think this is a dream.
No, this was the second point we arrived to. We were on a journey.
Yeah, I don't think this is the right theory, but I really love the idea that we will see dream sequences or hallucinations where he sees the Lady in Silver in various places he's been, except for the Bridgerton house. I like the idea that he can picture her literally everywhere else except for his own home because Sophie is there and he doesn't realize.
And then he walks, hi, Sophie.
Yes, and he doesn't realize that they're the same person. So I like the idea that the Lady in Silver is like constantly there, and he's constantly imagining that she's been the places that he's been and that he's visiting every day, except for within his own home, because he doesn't realize she's already there.
I like the idea of an absolutely tormented Benedict. Those are two words that are so happy next to each other, don't you agree?
Yes.
For sure.
He wants to be an artist, you know.
Veg, you were such a fan of Colin doit souffrir in season 3. How do you feel about Benedict doit souffrir?
I'm less dedicated to Benedict doit souffrir, but
It's just nice to see a Bridgerton man in pain, though, don't you always think?
just any man, really. Sorry.
I wouldn't want to see John in pain.
Well,
I mean, I think we'll see him in death, but I don't think he should suffer.
no.
But a Bridgerton man tormented by love.
I kind of want to see him more frantic than tormented, I would say.
Was that a play on words?
Frantic?
Will it make me sound clever if it was? Sure.
R.I.P. John.
Oh, no, she meant Benedict frantic, not John frantic.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, John. I was like, I can't imagine John being frantic.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd been like really clever, like frantic. And I was like, I don't think that man could even be flustered.
Yeah.
That would probably send him into his early grave, wouldn't it? Bless him. Okay, so the second theory about this sort of dream sequence hallucination, we like it as an idea. It would also explain why it's a normal location like Featherington House, but like with a twist. Like it isn't its normal self. Like it has like a Benedict filter on it almost. But that didn't feel quite right either. God, it's like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah.
So our third theory, Lecky.
Theory number 1.
Theory number 1, part C, that this is a promo like the mirror scene from season 3. So if you remember way back when, one of the first official bits of promo they kind of released was that, still to this day, occupies the biggest part of my brain.
Best thing they've ever released. Love it. Yeah.
Such a good, that was like a world stop moment. So it was the clip where Pen was standing in front of a mirror. Now, interestingly, it was her mirror in her bedroom.
Yes.
And Colin came up behind her and like felt her up or whatever.
Didn't feel her up. There was more finger grazing action, which is kind of what we get here.
They love a finger graze.
Yes.
You know, uniquely for Colin, this was on the top half. He usually goes further south than that, but obviously the best scene ever. But secondly, the mirror scene obviously was in season 3, but it wasn't the promo scene, right?
Right.
And the promo was not in the location that it ended up being.
Also had a dreamlike feel to it.
It had a dreamlike quality, like a very surreal feel, but it wasn't in the exact same location that it would end up being in the actual show. And it wasn't in the same context or anything.
Right.
No, and it was filmed when other promo was done.
Yeah, it was filmed separately as well.
And with that blue and pink dress. And yeah, it was very much a promo session.
Yeah. So do we think that this clip of Benophie today is that sort of moment? It's not an actual scene from the show, but it's very much picking up on the themes that will come up in season 4. It's picking up on the tension. The idea of staircases has been brought up a lot. Is that what we're kind of landing on at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would mean that we won't see this exact scene. And then it would make sense as well why they're at Featherington House. Like, we wouldn't see them at Featherington House in that context. Let's touch on the location then, because Lecky, you mentioned this. Why would they have filmed the promo at Featherington House if it doesn't really make sense for that to take place there? You made a really good point about the sets and the availability of sets.
Yeah, so they have access to the Featherington set.
Yeah, that's like a permanent part of their lot, isn't it?
Yeah, whereas the Bridgerton entryway, those scenes are actually filmed on location.
Yeah, RAF Holton?
Yeah.
And they have to redress that as well when they film in that location for the Bridgerton foyer. They have to change out the carpets and put up the paintings and book the location and everything like that. So it's a big production.
Yeah, so this is like a ready-made staircase that they had waiting that they could just use.
They want a staircase.
Yeah.
And also, it's a great staircase, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has that sort of shape that you need to like have them quite far apart to begin with,
Yeah.
and then brush past and go off in their opposite directions.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
I wonder if it reminds you of what it reminds me of.
Oh, it reminds me of Princess Diaries 2.
Oh, yeah. The power dynamics as well. She goes up the stairs.
Up and down, yeah.
For me, it reminds me of the 207 staircase scene because we have, because I like the eye contact between them on the stairs, because in 207 we have Penelope making serious eye contact with Colin, who is completely oblivious as they're walking down the same set of stairs.
Well, like the staircase in question has been the site of many a moment, hasn't it? Good and bad. It's been a hero and a villain.
Yeah, your favourite scenes.
Well, your favourite scene and your least favourite scene, if I must say, Lek.
My least favorite scene. Yeah, mixed emotions.
We haven't got there in the rewatch yet.
Right, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Sorry, just remembered it.
Blocked it out for this past year. So it would make sense that they needed a staircase and there was one right there. And then that would make sense why the colouring is different.
Right.
Because we do know that the Featherington House staircase has been repainted to mark the merging of Pen and Colin. But for the promo, they used the staircase, but they wanted it to look less like the Featherington staircase, so they made it a bit bluer.
They just wanted to make it look more Bridgerton-y.
Makes sense.
They even dressed, like, there's a new statue in the Featherington House, and they surrounded it with, like, very autumnal-looking flowers, I think to tie into Benophie season.
Oh, good catch. So they want a staircase. And we do know that staircases are going to be important for season 4, don't we? I think they've been talking about it for a while now. At the Valentine's Day event, Kat Quinn asked Jess Brownell in the word association game, she said staircases, and Jess Brownell said looks. So, Lucky, do you have any staircase scene theories?
Well, I thought there would be a slightly more intimate scene that has to do with the staircase. But because of the upstairs-downstairs dynamic, we'll have these scenes of them kind of like passing each other on staircases.
Yeah.
But being separate because of their station.
But that's the really interesting thing about the staircase as a space. It's this liminal space between their worlds, isn't it? It's the crossover and the sort of the channel, because otherwise they live separate lives, the upstairs, the downstairs.
It's a space where they can meet, yeah.
The thing connecting them is literally the stairs. And so it's this blurring of boundaries. And it's also the sort of transience of staircase, like the passing through. So is Ben going to like slip into the servants' quarters?
Yes, hopefully.
Ooh.
It's a sort of the destabilization of the social class and the boundaries, isn't it?
Yeah.
They can go between the worlds.
Yeah, and it's especially interesting that Sophie is going up the staircase and Benedict is coming down to her level, whereas her station is perhaps being elevated by her association with Benedict.
Yeah, where he's risking being an outcast, basically, by marrying someone from outside his class.
It also kind of hints at how he sees Sophie, because at the end we get that Romeo and Juliet shot where he's looking up at her on like the balcony. Like he views her as above him.
Yeah. And it's interesting because the staircases, presumably in season 4, will be more about Sophie as a maid. It'll be more her space, whereas this promo is like the Lady in Silver, but he won't see the Lady in Silver in that way. He will assume she is part of the higher class.
Right. Yeah.
And so the staircase domain will be more Sophie's and her sort of moving between those two worlds. So more staircases to come, guys.
So I wonder almost if they should have done this with her in her maid uniform, as stunning as her masquerade outfit is, to hint at like kind of the forbidden romance of it all. But it is beautiful.
They're loving the masquerade for the promo, so
Right. And I don't think, I can't remember the story that well. I definitely need to reread the book. That's not a hint that we're necessarily going to do a reread.
You're going to have me for 10 minutes giving you the Wikipedia page summary.
To be honest, that sounds hilarious.
I can't really remember much about it. And this has not helped. And like, sure, we're not ready for a full trailer yet. As an outside viewer, as like I was someone who had a passing interest, I'd be like, okay, what else is there other than this one ball?
Because Sophie the maid hasn't really been highlighted in the promo.
Right.
So the casual viewer, to them, I would assume that they would see the masquerade but not realise that it was actually a story about social class. And that it was going to have a much grittier side to the season.
Yeah, exactly. All they know is there's a masquerade, which is like, well, you would think there would be a ball in Bridgerton.
Right.
Which is the glitz and glamour that we know and have expected.
Exactly. So it'd be nice to see changing up.
Yeah, and I also don't think non-book fans know where in the ton Sophie will be working either.
Right.
Insert Bean Sears. Where's Sophie?
Hello,
Where is Sophie
have
Beck?
you seen Sophie Beck?
I'm looking for Sophie Beck.
Hey, I'm looking
Oi.
for Sophie Beck.
Now, where
here.
is Sophie Beck,
Oh,
bruv?
don't you know? I can't seem
I'm really
to find
looking for Sophie Beck.
anywhere.
Can you tell me where
has
she is?
Sophie Beck gone? I don't even really know who she is, but I'm looking for her.
I don't know where she is, but Benedict's looking for her.
Oh my God, resurrected from the ashes. Bless her. There she goes, Beans. Thank you. Yeah, it is interesting that they're going really heavy on the masquerade promo because it works in one way because it's obviously like so beautiful and romantic and sweeping, but it's almost like we're being sort of like blinded in the same way.
I'm assuming the trailer will show her in a maid's uniform and hint at that.
Yeah. And when can we expect a trailer?
When can we expect a trailer? Usually about a month beforehand. Oh,
Yeah.
probably Christmas Day, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's about a month beforehand.
Yeah, so for a newer listener, Christmas Day is a typical release date for fun things.
Someone else who is a fan of a staircase, it's Lady Whistledown herself.
Yes.
She has wrangled in a few up and down puns.
She broke out her thesaurus. Yeah.
Lady Veg, I know that you're not the Emmy Award-winning voice artist,
Okay.
I mean, she's up there.
Oh,
Give her due.
but Lady Veg can bring something astronomical to the table.
thanks. Charming.
To be honest, before you do this, I am doing the 306 rewatch, and she did a very funny fake Lady Whistledown for Cressida, so keep an ear out for that.
Yeah, you did a good fake Whistledown.
Oh,
I've also cast you in our upcoming rewatch.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Thrilled.
Well, there's a couple of roles up for grabs in the 307 rewatch.
Right.
You can either be Colin or you can be Ambrosia.
Uh-huh. But more excitingly, you could be Eloise or Theo.
We've got some Theloise content coming.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
I can't decide if Beans would be a funnier Eloise or Theo.
I know, it's really hard, isn't it?
Oh, she's the Cockney is there.
Because I really want Beans's chimney sweep impression.
Right.
But then equally, she makes a very compelling, brummy Eloise.
What a treat you guys have got in store.
Similarly, Veg, obviously, like your natural cadence, it lends
Yes.
quite naturally to Eloise. But then I think you've got a lot in the chimney sweep. I don't know why he's a chimney sweep. He's a printer boy. You've got a lot in that department, I think.
Maybe we could switch halfway through because Veg does a really good romantic lead with like a deep voice, which doesn't quite fit
Ooh.
Theo. So the contrast might be funny.
Thank you, Lucky. Thank you.
We could switch it up halfway through. It's a long scene.
Penelope.
Yeah, you need to get practicing, babe, and audition, and then I'll make my casting decisions from there.
Okay, I'll brush up. Can Ambrosia have a regional accent, please, so I can show another one off?
Possibly.
What would Ambrosia be? She'd make a great Liverpudlian, I reckon, Ambrosia.
She could be from Essex.
that would work.
She'd be a good Essex girl.
We haven't had anyone from Essex yet. Yeah.
Can you do Liverpool or Geordie?
No, I can do you like northern kind of Manchester area.
Mancunian Ambrosia.
This will be brilliant.
Yeah, why not? You know, she's got right. Anyway, back to the usual.
The Lady Veg.
Yes,
Lady Veg, please, what have you got to say about these staircases?
yes. Or do you know what? Well, it's not. I mean, it is Julie Andrews, but it feels so different now. It's Penelope. Mm-hmm. Okay, can you get your bum off the mic, please, Angel?
She's talking to her cat. Can we just say she's talking to her cat?
Full bum hole was just on anyway. Mute any noises, thank you.
Right.
So
Season 4, water start.
we hear a voiceover of our old favourite, Julie Andrews. With each passing season, one is known to experience plenty of ups and downs. So then we must ask ourselves, do we rise to the occasion? As always, time and this author will tell.
Thank you, Lady Veg. And to conclude, we got 3 new stills.
Wait. Before you get into the stills, I just wanted to say, because often like these themes will be carried throughout the entire season in different character arcs and so forth.
Ups and downs, the balloon's coming back.
I was going to say the downs for John is like literally him falling into a grave. But anyway, continue.
Oh,
His down is 6 foot underneath the earth.
Right.
Oh, poor John.
and each passing season. Passing.
Oh, yeah. Seasons will pass.
Autumn babes.
I meant John passing away.
Oh, that too.
Rest in peace, John.
Just to touch on the themes of the season more seriously, well, kind of seriously, but I think most people would consider this a down more than an up for Eloise. The new article on Tudum gave us more insight about her arc in season 4. Beloise fans, it says, with the reluctant help of his sister Eloise, Benedict sets out in society to uncover the Lady in Silver's identity. This is super interesting to me, and in my opinion, is more proof that Eloise is being set up as the lead for season 5. We've discussed many times before that Pen's marriage and now Benedict's love story would help propel her into her own season, and I think this storyline will definitely play into that to a degree. Plus, I find find this absolutely hilarious, considering Elle spent 2 seasons searching for another mystery member of the Ton. So the idea that she thinks she put all that aside only to be swept up into a manhunt for someone else operating in the shadows, meaning cleaning, dusting, gazing at artists on stairs, apparently, is very funny. Though I imagine Elle might leap at the chance, honestly, to evade Violet and Hyacinth's attempts to drag her back into society, or this might even provide a compelling distraction for her at mundane society events. The article continues by saying that Benedict's heart's desire is not in society at all. She is a resourceful maid named Sophie, working for the formidable lady of the house, Araminta Gunn. When fate brings Benedict and Sophie back together, fate or book events, I wonder, Benedict wrestles between the reality of his affection for this intriguing maid and the fantasy of the lady in silver, unaware that they are the same person. And I wonder if this teaser is kind of alluding to the way that Benedict will be wrestling with reality and his fantasies. It continues saying, will Benedict's inability to see these women as one and the same derail the undeniable spark between him and Sophie, and can love truly conquer anything? As a note, that last sentence didn't have a question mark at the end, and I'm assuming it's because it isn't a question at all. In Bridgerton, we know love truly can conquer anything except death. Rest in peace, John.
We did get 3 new stills, which almost gave Lecky a heart attack, but they are from, can you believe it, The Masquerade.
Oh, Bridgerton season 4 bottle episode.
I feel like I'm living and breathing this masquerade. So the first still was Ben and Sophie in the middle of the ballroom. They're not dancing. They're just having a bit of a chat. Sophie, as the lady in silver, looks a little bit taken aback. Ben is smiling. He seems very enamoured with his lady in silver.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Are we assuming that this follows on from the scene that was released early this year?
Yeah, this is definitely their first conversation.
Yeah.
So if you remember, we had a clip of Sophie was looking up at the chandelier. Ben saw Sophie, was completely struck. Then a lord from the Ton came over to ask her to dance, and we didn't really see what the end of that scene was.
I think we speculated that she was going to reject him.
Yeah, so Lek, you speculated that she would reject him because she didn't know how to dance, because she's from the lower classes and wouldn't know the sort of refined dances of the Ton. So this would make sense if that happens from there, because the Lord would then shuffle off. Then maybe Ben slips over and he's like, not dancing, are we?
You could see the playful smile on his face, and then she is kind of flustered. So, like, I 100% think that's what happens.
So that makes a lot of sense. So do you think this then leads to what we've seen from the leaks, where they abscond from the ballroom, they sort of sneak out of the house and go into the gardens?
I think we see that in the second still. He takes her hand. Third still, we see them outdoors together. We put the puzzle pieces together.
Oh my God. Thank God we've got 3 of us on the case, eh?
Yeah.
This complex subject matter.
Yeah.
And there was a leaked audition script ages ago that suggested that in the gardens, Benedict was going to offer to give Sophie dance lessons, which would make a lot of sense if he saw she couldn't dance. They abscond, they have a little dance, a little flirt. He asks about her, she's very evasive.
Intrigues him.
It's all making sense.
It does.
And we have a lovely close-up on Benedict taking Sophie's hand. We love a bit of hand action.
We do.
Of course.
And so there we go. 3 new stills, all kind of on the same theme, all Benophies. So Benophies, what a great day to be you. Any other thoughts? Have we had any other crumbs on the horizon or washed up to the shore?
Ooh, so Shonda was on the Today Show promoting a book.
The 10th anniversary edition of her memoir, Year of Yes.
Yeah, and on that article it said that it kind of was a slightly different, I think, response about the seasons of Bridgerton. So before she's been like, we'll do all the siblings. The last thing we heard about it was, we'll do all the siblings.
Ooh.
And this time it sounds less sure and more uncertain and hopeful, I feel like, that there will be 8 seasons. Because we know they've renewed for season 5 and 6, but she does sound like maybe someone's told her, don't promise.
She sounds like we sound about our season 4 book reread. We'll get around to it if we can.
Yeah. And I think that is probably a question marker, because think the amount of time they take. 6 seasons is more seasons, right, than Stranger Things is having. Stranger Things is on 5, is it?
I think so.
Yeah. And like, that is a lot of seasons. I would honestly be surprised, particularly with the whole, do they recast the children once they're of age?
8 is a lot of seasons, David.
So I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I feel like she was speaking less confidently about it than she has in the past. However, I feel like the fact that Netflix made that huge set for them at Shepperton Studios shows kind of their confidence in the show.
Yeah, they've invested.
So I feel like if it keeps doing the numbers it has been doing, we may get to 8 seasons. It's just like, you never know. Even with like a creator like Shonda Rhimes, them wanting to keep her around and the show is extremely successful, but you never really can judge what's going to happen because generally with TV shows, the viewership drops off a little bit. But with Bridgerton, it's been doing really well. Bridgerton is so successful that they probably would keep doing more seasons. So I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful.
Greasy and High Earth fans, don't give up just yet.
I was also going to say she did a television interview today where she said that season 4 was her favorite season yet, which of course could just be, you know, her promoting the latest season.
She's not going to say it's shit, guys. Sorry.
She's not going to say shit. So it could be amazing. Also, though, if it's her favorite season, I feel like it's going to be pretty dark. And I feel like that's more confirmation that John dies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's like, we can kill someone off. She's like rubbing her hands together.
Yeah, and potentially the Kane and John at the same time.
And Marina.
And potentially Marina, yeah.
The Shondaland team are in the back, killing everyone off.
That's why it's her favorite season. She's so excited.
Yeah, this is a bit of Shonda, isn't it, actually? It can get really dark.
Yeah.
Lots to look forward to, unless your name's John. Oh, I think the other crumb was Philippa's back. I think we knew this.
Yes, and Lorne. But we knew Lorne because if you remember from that soundboard that was leaked back when they started filming, Finch's name was on it. It was right when they started filming The Masquerade. So it was right at the very beginning of filming. We saw Finch's name on the soundboard.
Now, Beans isn't here, obviously, but she had a comment, a statement to make regarding these crumbs, specifically regarding the confirmation that Mr. Finch will once again be gracing our screens.
Yay.
Beans, can you please share your thoughts with the world?
I got like a little gleeful feeling when I saw that there's like actual crumbs out. It feels like coming home. Cheeseman, 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 cheeseman.
Oh, wow. Beans, you moved me to tears.
It's nice to have the family back. Still no news on Prudank, but maybe they'll be around too.
Well, Bessie gave an interview several months ago where she was asked if she was returning for Bridgerton, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but the way she worded it was like, I can't speak about that, which kind of hints that she may appear in the season. But hopefully we'll see them both.
More details to come, but overall, that's the breaking news of the day, kids. Any closing thoughts?
I wonder if there will be a masquerade in this season.
Yeah.
It remains to be seen.
Maybe the Masquerade is like a frame story, so they'll keep cutting back to the Masquerade throughout the season.
Well, I think they will at a point, you know? Still no sight on Colin's outfit. Is he even going? Is he at home babysitting the kid? I did zoom in on a blur in the background and I said, Lecky, is this a pirate? And
Oh,
she was
God.
like, it's a blur.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Don't ask that of me.
I can't keep doing this. Well, closing thoughts. The leak that was leaked has been confirmed as real.
Right. Congratulations.
Yeah. If you are new, if you maybe joined our podcast or joined the Bridgerton fandom,
Who is finding us now, though, at this point?
I mean, some people.
If you have found us now, comment.
If you are finding us new, we used to have light in our eyes.
Yeah, if you are new to this, leaks, be prepared for the leaks.
It's the only way anything gets done. Do you think they only released it today because it was leaked last week, so they had to bring it forward?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Literally, of course.
Yeah. I have a feeling we forced their hand, as per usual. Somebody
Yeah.
leaked it. And so they not only had to release the poster with the release date, but they threw in some stills
Yeah.
and a nice little teaser to make it super special.
And if you are new to the fandom, that's what's going to happen for you.
And look how it's worked out beautifully for everyone. Well, thank you guys for joining me on this late night crumbs expedition.
Thank you.
Or mid-afternoon for Lek, I suppose. I don't know what's happening where you are. What a delight to see you. Happy gotcha day to your cat's veg.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. It was so good to catch up with you both. Can't wait to chat 307.
Very excited for 307.
Yeah.
In the meantime, where can everyone find us?
You can find us at WhatAbarPod on Instagram and TikTok.
And you can find us in audio format on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all your favourite podcast platforms. And if you would like to also see some lovely contextual visual and beautiful collages, head over to youtube.com.
And we're also on Patreon if you want to come and have a chat with us even more. Maybe bonus episode or two is on there somewhere. Beans isn't here, but I did put in a request, actually, for her outro song. I said, you know, the staircase is the hero, the focus of the episode. Can we have Stairway to Heaven? She said, I don't know that song. She said, I will give you my interpretation of what that song could sound like with her sick voice. So it's moving. Beans, will you do us the honour and sing us out, babe? Get well soon.
We climbing the stairways to heaven. I'm sick, y'all. We climbing the stairways to heaven. Stairways. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-dee-doo-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, brr, brr, brr. That's the violin. Do 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 do. Boo dee doo dee doo dee doo dee doo doo doo.